guys, and welcome back to my channel. You probably have noticed I'm in a very different surrounding today. I'm actually filming this video in the reception area of the beautiful Facetune hotel where I'm currently staying in Kefalonia, and I cannot wait to share the vlog of this trip with you guys, but that's coming in a few days. Today I thought I would share with you my what's in my iPhone video. I've actually had a few requests to do a video like this recently, as well as how I edit my Instagram videos, so I thought I would put that together for you today. Starting off with the phone, I have an iPhone 6 Plus. It's a really big phone. A lot of people ask how I get along with it, with the size, but I actually don't find it too bad because it's always in a handbag, so it doesn't really bother me that it's quite big. And I personally like to edit my photos on the big screen and watch videos, and I find it really, really handy. But the case I often get asked about is from a brand called Casetify, and I will leave a link to that down below. So without further ado, let me show you what is on my iPhone. Okay, so here's my phone, and my lock screen is this really silly picture of Dexter. I think he looks so cute in this photo and it makes me smile all the time. So I unlock my phone and you'll notice I have this little button here, and that's because my middle button keeps breaking. It's so annoying, but by having this I can do screenshots and that kind of thing without using this button. At the moment it's okay, but sometimes it breaks, so that's why I have that there. So this is my main screen. My background is these beautiful flowers, and I found this, I think I just found this on Google. I probably literally, no, actually that's a lie. I took this photo and I Instagrammed it a little while ago. It's some flowers near my house. So I probably have everything that you'd expect to see here on my main page. I guess I'll just start from the top row and work my way down. So first of all, I have my calendar. This is my entire life. I keep everything in here. As you can see, today just says Kefalonia because I'm filming this in Kefalonia. Annoyingly, it's a little bit cloudy today, so I decided to film this video indoors for you guys. But yeah, I literally just keep like all my meetings in here. You can see this is like a random day of meetings, and yeah, it's quite organized, I guess. I even left myself a note yesterday or the day before to give Charlie my passport because I just knew that if I didn't set myself an alarm that I would forget it. So my calendar is really, really important, and I try and keep that really organized. Next, I have my photos. I have my camera roll, which actually I have recently deleted a load of things because my memory is so low. I always screenshot funny things, like this is from an Instagram account called Dogs Being Basic, and I just thought this was hilarious, so I took a photo of that. So yeah, I just have my camera roll, which is always overflowing, favorites, which I sometimes use when I'm Instagramming photos, selfies. I don't actually take that many selfies. These are for my brace that I'm getting done. Videos, screenshots. I also have an album for Dexter, which is probably my favorite album. It shows all of the photos that I take of him. I add to this album all the time, and this is actually the very first photo that we got of him when the breeder was showing us which puppy was ours. So these are ones that we didn't take, but it's really nice, and that was the day that we picked him up. So it's really nice to have this album of photos of my little boy. So yeah, that's pretty much just my camera roll. And then if we go to the next thing, videos, I actually don't think I have much on there. I don't really watch too many videos on my phone. And then we have utilities, which I guess is quite boring, just the things that I don't really use that much. I do use the clock section. I set myself alarms quite a lot. I don't have any set at the moment because I'm away, although you can see I do regularly have like early start alarms. Reminders, I don't normally use. App Store, I'm really bad at keeping my apps up to date, but who really cares? This is actually a, oh, where's it gone? This is actually a really useful app. It's called If, and I don't know why all bloggers don't use this because it's such a savior. You basically create recipes. So one of my favorite ones is if I do an Instagram post. This is obviously going through the beginning because I haven't opened it in a while, but I have got it all set up. But basically when I do an Instagram post, it automatically tweets my photo instead of that silly link. So if you're a blogger, or anyone that just wants their Instagram photos to go onto their Twitter, then I highly recommend downloading this app and setting it all up. And you don't need to do it ever again. Once you've created that like recipe, then it does it automatically. So that's really, really handy. My next folder is called Fashion, and I have a few kind of shopping apps in here. To be honest, I don't really use these Vogue ones. I haven't checked them in ages, so I'm going to delete them while I'm thinking about it because they're probably using up valuable phone memory. The last two apps that are in here are two shopping apps. These are the only two shopping apps that I use. The first one is Mumblr, and I've been using this app for absolutely ages. I think every fashionista should have this on their phone. It's seriously useful. I'm hoping it's going to work because my Wi-Fi is really, really poor at the moment. But basically it has all of your favourite fashion brands in one place. You can see here like Whistles, Banana Republic, Zalando, which is totally underrated. I absolutely love Zalando. Even H&M, like websites that I don't like their website. Like I don't really like shopping on mango.com, I don't know why, but I love shopping on it on here. I think there's like over 150 brands. And what I've done is created a few feeds. So at the moment, I'd say I'm kind of in the market for accessories. So you can tick what you're looking for if you just want to look at dresses. And the great thing is I've already set up a profile with my sizes. So personally, I hate it when I go on a website and they've sold out of my size, and I don't want to see a beautiful dress and get really excited and then it's gone. So what I've done here, like on footwear, I've ticked size 3, so I only see shoes in my size. Dresses, I've chosen 4 and 6 because I fit both of those sizes, etc, etc. So then when I go onto the app and I click on dresses, I haven't really specified what kind of dresses, so I'll get loads here. Again, gonna be super slow because of my Wi-Fi. Okay, so here is my favorites page. Here I've been saving a few items, which come payday I'll probably be treating myself to. I've been choosing like a few pairs of sunglasses. These are all quite high price ones, but the great thing about this app is that it also sends you sale alerts. So say this pair, these are from, I think I was shopping on French Connection. Well, actually the Outnet, yeah, so it's from the Outnet. And the great thing is this will send me an alert when they go on sale. So that's another thing that I really love about the app. And also it kind of introduces you to retailers that you might not have considered before. Obviously, I love shopping in places like H&M, Topshop, River Island, but I never really considered shopping from the Outnet. And since using this app, I have bought quite a few things from there. So it's really nice to discover new shops as well. Okay, so I'm going to try doing a search again now. So I'm going to do female dresses, obviously. I wonder if you can do male dresses. Yes, you can. Okay, they don't discourage that, fine. So dresses, I'm going to say I want black, brown, grey. You guys can probably guess my colour palette. Pink, of course, white, and I don't want to be spending more than, let's say, £200. I'm kind of looking at dresses for the races, for Ascot. So on this part of the app, you can then swipe through all the different options. This has given me 2,745 from my reduced requirements. And then you basically, almost like Tinder, you can kind of get rid of it that way or save it that way to your wish list. Hopefully this will work with my really bad Wi-Fi connection. This one, I don't actually think it's going to be long enough for Ascot, so I'm going to swipe that way. This is gorgeous, not what I want for this occasion, but I do like it, so I'm going to add it to my wish list. Don't really like black long dresses so much. And then yeah, my internet's really rubbish, so this is not going to be too quick. That is so nice for holiday. Add it to my wish list. Yes, I love that, etc, etc. You get the point, and you can also directly buy them. So this has taken me to, what retailer is this? Lipsy. Again, not necessarily somewhere that I always shop, so it's really nice to discover new options. And then when you do want to go through and make a sale, it's really quick and simple. There's literally like 2 buttons to click and they're all hooked up with Apple Pay. So it's really, really quick and easy. So absolutely love this app, highly recommend it for shopaholics like me. If you just like love fashion, then highly recommend downloading Morsey. So that's that, and then the next one I have is ASOS. To be honest, I don't actually use this that much. I prefer shopping from the website, but I just have it there because I do love ASOS. I'm just going to put my phone on airplane mode because the Wi-Fi is not working anyway and I don't want to use up all my 3G. Next up is my photography folder, and I've had a few questions about how I edit my Instagram photos, and I don't really have a hugely long process, so I'll just whiz through it really quickly with you. The first thing that I do is open VSCOcam, VSCOcam, and I think all bloggers use this. It's so useful, especially if you are, like I am, obsessed with the grid, and by the grid I mean like how the first impression is, how your images sit next to each other. So for me it's quite important that you don't have too many similar colours together. Like I think this photo was going to go here and then it would have been 2 blue sky and seas next to each other, so it's really nice to see how your photos sit next to each other on the grid. So I always practice an image in the grid first. Let's actually pretend we're going to do this photo because I actually did quite an interesting editing process on that one. So this is what my grid looked like before. Maybe I tested a few different photos. Let's say this one, that would actually look quite nice, although maybe the red of Lydia's top and the drinks don't look too good together, so I'm going to not use that one. And then I took the unedited version of that photo and I was like, yeah, okay, my hand is in a similar position there, so not great, but I really like it. So then I look at the photo and it's really dark, so first of all I'm going to lighten it a little bit. all in VSCO Cam, upping the exposure a few pieces, and then I apply a filter, and most of my photos have the M5 filter, which gives them what I like to call like a rose gold kind of glow to it. Sometimes I bring that down a little bit to make it more subtle. That is the majority of the editing that I do on VSCO Cam, and then I save it to my camera roll in the largest file format, and I take it over to Facetune, which I think I had to pay about $2.99 for, but I highly recommend it. I was obviously using this this app when I edited it. This is the final edit, and this is what the photo looked like before. So you can see I've taken away the yellow, and I've brightened it a little bit, and I've added some detail on my shoes, and I'll quickly show you how I did that. So taking the original photo, which is this one, just with some basic edits from VSCO Cam, I'm using the teeth whitening tool to add some whiteness to this yellow. I didn't really like this yellow, so I just used the teeth whitening tool to get rid of that. It's really effective and quite natural looking. I'm just going to whiz through it now, I'm not going to do it perfectly. And then I also used it on my jeans to get rid of some of that highlight, and then save it. You can also do like a before and after with this button here. On my shoes, they've got some really nice studs on them, so I'm using the detail tool just to scribble over it. You can also use this on your eyes to brighten your eyes. Really like that one. Again, if I zoom in, you can see before and after. And I use that same tool to make my eyelashes stand out as well. Just scribble over that. So I've saved those settings, and now I'm going to zoom in to my face, and I'm going to use the smoothing tool just to kind of smooth out my under eye bags. I don't really do too much airbrushing, but I mean it's so easy that sometimes it doesn't really hurt to do a little bit. But normally I just do under my eyes because I do get quite bad eye bags, and that's quite a lovely, very subtle way of doing it. There is like a mega airbrush option, but I don't really like to do that too much. I'm going to save the smoothing, and that's actually all I'm going to do here. So then I would take the image back into VSCO Cam to make sure it looks good. It needs a bit more brightening, so I'm going to use Afterlight for that. Again, I think most bloggers use this. I didn't save that Facetune one, but yeah, I would normally just use the brightness tool, take that up a little bit, maybe decrease the saturation a bit, and then once that's all good, I will save it and put it back into VSCO Cam. Then I have my notes section. There's nothing terribly exciting in here, just things which I normally copy and paste, random things that people have told me every now and then. I still have the Blogger app, although I'm on WordPress now, so I'm actually going to delete this. This has been quite a good phone cleansing activity. I have Pinterest, which, to be honest, I haven't really, I can't show you because I'm on airplane mode. I haven't really used it that much on my phone recently. I did go through a mega Pinterest phase, but I just haven't really had time to do it recently, which is so annoying. Weather app, I find this fairly reliable actually, so yeah, I do use this quite a lot. As you can see, Kefalonia not looking too great today, but it's looking fab for the rest of the time we are here. Music, to be honest, I more listen to Spotify, so I don't use that too much. Lifestyle, I have this Find a Friend app, which I don't use, but I used to when I was like stalking Charlie. And then I have eBay. I mean, I don't use eBay that much either. Feels, which is quite a fun fashion app, haven't used it in a little while. Don't really use those two. Then I have WhatsApp, and that's really like where I speak to most of my friends, so that's really useful. Citymapper is my saviour living in London. I highly recommend this if you live in London, because it also tells you like when the bus is due to arrive. You just type in your final destination and it will give you every route possible, including walking time, bus time, taxi cost. So yeah, I really like that. Last place I put in was Covent Garden. I've got a few places saved. I don't know why that one's saved, I don't know where that is. And then I've got my house saved as well. Actually, that's not my house, thank God, you can't stalk me from this. But yeah, you can save your home address on there. Then I've got Facebook, which I do still use mostly for like personal things. Instagram, obviously I use that a lot, so that's a very prominent one on my homepage. Twitter, you guys know I'm always tweeting, so once again, can't show you because of airplane mode, but yeah, I do tweet a lot, so have that there ready and accessible. 7-minute workout is quite a good one, and I find it really good when I'm traveling, so it's like 7 minutes of circuit exercises, which I really enjoy doing, so I do have that on my homepage. Blog loving, don't actually use that much either. Snapchat, you guys hopefully follow me on Snapchat. I do love snapping, it's probably my favourite app at the moment, so keep that on my homepage so I can just quickly do a snap whenever the moment strikes. And then Spotify, which is how I listen to music. I have the premium account, so I can pretty much download whatever song I want. I have a few playlists, I've got some Kygo, Coldplay, all that kind of stuff. And if you download them and you've got the premium, then you don't need Wi-Fi, so it's good for on the airplane. Phone, text messages, emails, and Safari. My emails are like my life. This is amazing that it's only 2. If it gets over 10, then I get really stressy, so it's good to keep it low. Podcast is on the next page. I've been enjoying a few recently, like Girl Lost in City. She's done a few like interviews, which I find really entertaining. The only one I've got here is Shazam, and I just find that every now and then maybe I'm watching a TV advert and I want to download the songs, so that's quite useful. Don't really use the games. Travel, I have Uber, I have BA because you can kind of like keep track of your air miles, you can check in online. NatWest is my bank. Facebook Messenger, don't really use. That's me and Charlie's joint account. Barclays. Meerkat Movies is quite a good one. So I bought my credit card through Compare the Meerkat or Compare the Market, and then you get 2-for-1 cinemas on, I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday, so that's quite fun. Facetime, I don't use that often. Sonos is just there because we have a Sonos at home. I don't know how to use it, but Charlie does. YouTube, obviously I'm on YouTube, so I can like edit some videos and stuff on there. Only things like the description, not the actual videos, but it's quite handy. Invoice to go, obviously I am freelance. I do send invoices when I work with brands. Oops, what have I done? So that's the app that I use to keep track of all my invoices. My invoices. Ryanair, they are such K-knobs when it comes to checking in. You have to do it at least 2 hours before the flight, so by having that there, it kind of reminds me to do it. AccuWeather is good because it tells you like the real feel temperature, so if it's 22 degrees it might only feel like 17, so it's quite useful to know what the actual feel is. So right now it's 16 but it feels like 15, so that's quite good to know. Google Maps I normally use when I'm in the car, so it's better than the normal map app, so I do use that quite a lot. And then Social Blade is one that I downloaded recently. I think Lydia Millen was telling me about this, so it's quite interesting to like track your new likes and new followers, so it's quite interesting to like compare it day on day. Yeah, it's not going to work now because my airplane mode, but it's quite good if you're interested in that kind of thing. And then a few that I use not quite as often on the back pages. So that's pretty much it actually. This is my iPhone, and yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, found it useful and interesting, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!